Charlie.
Yep.
Brad. First
Come
thing in the morning.
closer. Come closer. Come closer.
Wow.
Wait, I'll save you. Howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and
Brad.
what?
Nothing.
I'm normal.
Yeah, me too.
I'm normal. I am normal. I
Mhm.
tell you, I'm normal.
And you're sticking with that little fantasy world, aren't
Do
you?
you want to pull up the weather, Mr. Heather?
No. Yes.
Okay. It
Good.
is October 19th, 2017. It is Thursday evening at 8:45 p.m. And what is the weather like, Mr. Heide?
And the weather currently in Panacea is 77 degrees, a real feel of 78, a high today of 84, a low of 64. And as it gets farther on through the evening, it's getting dark with widespread light in the morning.
Oh my God.
Back to you, Teresa.
Thank you, Brad.
Okay, lower.
Okay, no, higher.
I can't.
You sound like you're being hurt.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, you can tell I'm all smiley face. Mr. Heide has been home with me all day. I don't know if he's all smiley face. He's probably like, oh Lord.
Nope.
But anyway, did you sleep well last night, honey?
Not too bad.
I slept pretty good last night. And I don't know what time we got up. Brad slept in.
Yeah, I got up. I didn't get up until after 10.
Yeah.
Which for me
Which was nice. And we got up and got dressed. Brad took the dogs outside, and then we got ready, and we went into town. We stopped at the library to print out a return label, returning that fit tracker watch thing that I got from Amazon, because I just didn't care for it. I hadn't really even used it, so I returned it. You know, because $30 is $30, and so then Brad dropped it off the UPS place, and we went into Walmart, and we did really well. We had $36 left to our name until he gets his first paycheck, and we spent 30 of it, and that was including $8 of it was Walmart saving picture. Scan your receipts, people, because it does add up. It might take a couple months, but like that $8 came in handy. For $30, we were able to get excuse me, how many pound bag of dog food is that?
It's 14 pounds.
The 14-pound bag of the kibbles and bits that the dogs like.
We could have gone a little cheaper,
right?
A couple bucks cheaper,
but that's not the little stuff that Mama can eat.
Yep, that's the little bits which Mama.
Yeah,
Mama
and the big dogs really like the kibbles and bits too, yep. The small stuff. So and then we got another. I think there's 12 pouches in it.
I think so.
Of the soft crumble stuff that Mama eats, and then let's see, 3 dozen eggs, 2 packages of hot dogs, some pine sol, so a couple packages of TP, 6 boxes of macaroni and cheese, a thing of margarine. What else, honey? Peanut butter and bananas. And that was $30, just under $30. So we did really well, and that's enough to get us through. The reason I went with macaroni and cheese is you can add hot dogs to it. You can have it by itself. You can add tuna fish to it. You can add hamburger to it. It's cheap, you know. And when you're really counting those pennies, you know, that really, and, you know, I have powdered milk I can use for that. And hot dogs is another cheap meat source. So same way with the eggs, and you know, stretching those dollars right now. It felt really good though. It felt really good because, you know, we're making it. We're yep. making it work. Yep. You know, and I didn't go look at his store yet because, you know, we're really needing to stretch that gas money too because he goes further for work. So I'll do that when he gets his first paycheck in.
Yep.
Excuse me.
I know the right people to talk to for the grand tour.
Do ya?
I do.
Do ya? I hope they're nice.
Yeah.
Oh no. I heard about that one guy.
Yeah, I've heard.
Got the goatee and.
Yeah, I heard he's an asshole.
Really? Is that guy from Wyoming?
Uh-huh.
Oh God. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. But anyways, we had a good day with that. Then we came home and had some lunch and took nap. And then Brad waked up a whole bunch of pine needles while I was outside talking to Linda. And then watered plants, and we did inventory of the freezer, and then the outside freezer, because we want to use up that stuff. Was in the bottom when one Hurricane Irma, I think, was coming. One of the suggestions was to take a Ziploc bag, fill them halfway with water, and close them, and put them in your freezer. We'll lay them flat. Well, I knew laying them flat, they were going to come open. So I set them upright, but they still leaked, and even though it was a double Ziploc bag, and so that's all solid in the bottom of that freezer, encasing some hamburger and a whole chicken that we have. So we need to use all that stuff up, and then be able to unthaw that. So that's what we're working on with that. And two, when you're getting down on groceries, it's good to know exactly what you have. It's a little hard to plan meals otherwise. And what I did was I found an app on my phone that comes out really nice. Let me see. Trying to find my app. It's just a regular notepad, the regular yellow notepad thing. But like this, I was able to do an inventory. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There you go. And of what we have in the freezer. And that really helps. And this is on a checklist. So, just a little.
Is that the same notepad you use to make the
grocery?
list?
Yeah, and then it's got a checklist. And so as I'm going through the grocery store, I'm able to just check that off. And it's really nice. I really like it. We did all that. Brad made French bread pizzas. We had some. I usually buy French bread whenever it's marked down, and then I'll cut it in half and freeze it. And so we made he made French bread pizza tonight, and we're just settling in. Oh, I gave Mama a bath too. She needed it. She's a little dachshund, and she's elderly, and she gets a little hind end. Even though I clean her hind end with baby wipe every night, and stuff, she was getting a little odoriferous, and she needed one. So now she's all kicked back and relaxed. She's all soft and shiny stuff. She's so cute because we put her in a big tote. And Brad came up with this idea, and then I'm able to put like some water in there, so her hind end stuff kind of soaks in there, and she can't get out, and I'm able to really suds her up and scrub her nice and stuff.
It was funny when I was carrying her over to you.
She did not want to go in, though.
She knew what
she was like,
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't fighting hard, but she knew.
Yeah.
And then I wrapped her in a towel, and Brad carried her inside, and then I toweled her off some more, and then I wrap her in a blanket, and she'll stay there for a couple of hours. Mm-hmm. She's so nice and warm, and she's drying off and stuff. And, yeah. So anyway, it worked.
Well, that's what had mentioned earlier. Going back to the grocery. When you and I are making a shopping list, both of us, that's the first thing we both mention is making sure that the critters have enough food. We knew the cat had enough food. We double checked that, but we make sure that the critters come first as far as having enough dog food.
We've never let our animals go without even a day without dog food or anything. You know, they just wouldn't know what to do. Oh, and then Charlie, we use those plastic shoe boxes that you get for like $1 at Walmart, or you can give it at Dollar Tree, and they have the lid. Oh, we use one of those to put their dog food in, because that way at night, and I know my hair's all fuzzy, we will have the windows down in the Jeep, but we use that, and at night we put the lid on it so the cockroaches and stuff won't, you know, they love, yeah, they love pet food. Charlie, we're watching him this morning, goes over and he takes his nose and he pops that lid off and starts eating. It was like it was time for him to eat, you know. So, but anyway, I had a really great day. It was really nice to be home, have my husband home, and stuff. And he raked up a ton of pine needles, guys. 2 big piles, you know. But you got to, because they don't around here, and the insects love to nest in those pine needles. Plus, those pine needles are highly flammable too, so you know, you just like to get rid of them. So.
That was another thing I'd mentioned. I thought it was funny that when I walked the dogs tonight, that was the first thing all 3 of them did was go over and pee in the middle of the pine needles.
And we hung back up our pirate flag. So you don't have any idea where my Halloween stuff from last year?
I honestly don't, sweetie.
I just with that one witch's head I like so much. Remember?
Yeah. I don't know if it's in storage or if it's in the basement.
Well, we won't worry about it for now. I know you're busy and stuff.
I'm sorry.
So, oh, it's not the end of the world. I'll probably live even.
Well,
yeah.
I kind of hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where. It's got to be either storage or I think we did put it in storage.
That's what I'm wondering. If we
I'm
did.
not sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I've slept since then. So.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm still working on a hat right now. I know I got a long ways to go, but it's not as big of a rush because you guys have all sent me some hats, so we're doing pretty good on the hat thing. So.
You know,
I really appreciate that so much.
You know, that's I did a post on the inside of that. I did a post on your channel.
Oh, and Rebecca.
Yeah.
Sending those hats.
You know, and I really, you know, I think it's cool that everybody thinks that this is a worthy enough cause to help out. But you know, and one of the things I really appreciate is, you know, I always feel bad. You know, because there's times at night where you're tired, your hands hurt, whatever, and you still working on hats.
I love it though.
I know you do, but you know, I really appreciate these other people that are making hats, and then that way you can, you know, you don't feel as near as much pressure to, you know, because I know you shoot for 30 hats a month.
Right. You know, well, when I first started this, it was just me, and then you know. My best friend joined on, and then you guys started sending some hats. You guys started, when I first started this, you guys started sending yarn, which has been such a huge help.
Yes.
I have to tell you. Yeah, I still use some of the yarn that we buy, but I use a lot of the yarn. I use all the yarn that you guys send, and it is such a help. And then now that, like I said, Linda started sending hats, and Sunshine and Rebecca, and I know other people said they're going to be sending hats. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful community of women who, and if guys want to join in, they're more than welcome to, but all joining together to help. And it's just wonderful. And also, it's so nice that there's multiple people, multiple women here contributing hats, because then there's not so much pressure on one or on a couple, because we all have other crafts, or you know, like Rebecca is pregnant and has one child, one beautiful little girl, and I don't know what her second child is going to be, but I mean everybody, small, but everybody is very busy and stuff, and it's just very nice. It's really appreciated. Yeah, you know. So, but yeah, this is the hat I'm working on right now. And this stitch takes a while, and this is a an adult hat anyway, but you won't be able to really see it until I finish it. But yeah, you can see in the inside how that variegation is kind of going around like that. You see?
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah. But I just want to tell everybody how much I'm grateful for everybody that contributes. Whether you contribute in yarn, contribute in hats, or you just contribute in support, as in you know, uh, being supportive of this common good, because it really does help. Brad contributes every month. He's the one that pays for the shipping, and he helps me box these up. He always writes he includes a note, basically it's a letter, uh, with a couple of the business cards, and in every shipment that goes out, and he's the one that takes it to the post office and ships it.
Yep.
And
you
that
know,
you really enjoy that part.
Yep. Well, I'm really proud of what you started.
Mm-hmm.
And there again, I always like to mention
Mm-hmm.
everybody who makes and donates hats.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, he does.
I wish
He makes a whole list.
I wish I could remember who makes and donates or who makes yarn, who donates yarn.
Mm-hmm.
But I, my memory's not that good.
Yeah, yeah. I know who donated yarn.
Yeah.
I can always give you a list.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, I really, really appreciate it because
Mm-hmm.
Whether you think, oh, I just donated a couple skeins of yarn, that couple skeins of yarn makes a big difference. Some of you guys are making the ear warmers now because they take less time, and that's terrific. And a lot of girls and ladies, and even some guys, don't want to have their hair all messed up, or they don't want their whole head covered. So it all. Some people are donating scarves. That's great too. The ponytail hat, the beanies, whatever. It can all be put to use. So.
The big thing.
And I like it because there's different varieties of hats.
And the big thing too is it's not necessarily that you're donating hats or scarves or whatever, but you're donating this stuff, and there's somebody out there who receives whatever, and they realize that there's somebody out there that cares enough to do this, and just for their comfort, and I wonder how many of them that they put on one of these hats, and it makes them stand a little prouder, and makes them feel a little better about themselves.
Maybe you consider these people are going through some of the hardest times of their life, whether it's a battered women's shelter or it's a full rescue or wherever. These people are going through some of the hardest periods of their life. And when you have literally nothing,
Yep.
And like Brad says, then you get to look at this whole array of hats. And you get to pick out one that you like. And it's not just, it's one that somebody sat and made.
Yeah, it's not an off the shelf Walmart special.
Right, And there's nothing wrong if that's what you do too, but to know that somebody cares. Somebody cares if you were warm, if you were able to keep your head warm or whatever. I mean, that's why, we've all gone through really tough periods in our life. I remember when, before I met Brad, and I think it was like in October, maybe it was 1st of November, but anyway, I was going through a divorce, and I got my kids after work. I worked at Arby's. And we went up to Kmart, and I bought them stocking caps and gloves because the heater in my car did not work. And I couldn't really afford it, but I had to keep my baby warm. And when you know it, I got out to my car. Well, I got to my car, and I remember that I drove home, and then I locked my keys in my car. I'm standing outside, and it's nighttime, and it's maybe 10 o'clock at night, and it is bitterly cold in Wyoming. It snowed. There was ice. Here I am locked out of my house. I ended up breaking the back window of the back door and sliding my 2-year-old, or no, she was 4, just turned 4, through there, careful not to let her get cut on glass, so she could go unlock the front door. And, it was just a really, really rough period of my life, but I was so grateful that my kids had those stocking caps and those gloves, because, like I said, we had any place we were going, we had to basically go in the daytime, or if we went at night too, we had to have the windows rolled down, or else the windows would the thing would fog up, the windshield. But it's very, very cold, so you really, really had to bundle them up. But it would have been so nice to have somebody around that cared. The first person that came around that cared in that period of time of my life was my now husband. I just finalized my divorce and met him at the grocery store, and first thing he did was he saw the broken window, the broken back door window, remember? And I just had a piece of cardboard taped up there.
Yeah.
And he got some wood and put that over that, and then he went and changed the locks so that my ex-husband couldn't just come in, which was a good thing, because I knew my ex still had all the keys. But yeah, we all go through very difficult times in our lives and think about what it would have meant to just, I kind of look at the hats and stuff kind of like a virtual hug.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we can all do something to help somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter how, I know a lot of people say this, but, no matter how bad things are for you, there's always somebody who's got it worse. It
was like I went to go do something, and Brad all of a sudden said, "I'll be right back, Carlton."
Oh, yeah.
And that scared the heck out of me. I'm like, what? And I went basically running over there, and I didn't know what Carlton had. He didn't all the way fall, but he fell into his awning, and if he hadn't had the awning there, he missed a step, I guess you said, and just kind of stumbled and fell. But I think he was really amazed that Brad was over there just so fast, because did Kay even know what happened?
I don't think she did.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, everything's going good. Do you have anything to say?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
I think I'm going to do some 5D for a little bit. And I already got the dishes done. Brad fed the puppies.
Pets' heads are falling off.
Yeah. And Mama's laying here on the couch, all nice and warm. I worry about her getting dry fast enough. Well, not normally in summertime, but now it's getting a little cool. I know, okay. Getting a little cool here.
Yeah.
We're in our 70s now. So that's why I'm sleeping so well at night. It's like, I love this time of year. When it finally cools down here in Florida, it's just effing beautiful, people.
Yes,
it just really is. It makes you happy. You go outside and the weather's in the 70s and you're like, I go outside and I sit in the canopy and I look at my art stuff and I'm like, so happy. I got to clean house tomorrow. I got it back.
Yeah.
Any story you can tell these people? Nothing?
No, I think.
Oh, please get on Miss Linda K, people. Linda Crazy for Yarn. Okay, I want her to do a video. You know what she told me? I said, you could do a video a day. No, I'm too lazy, is what she said.
Oh.
And I said, really? I do it. She's like, yeah, that's you, but I'm too lazy. She's got a lot of projects that she needs to show us I want her to get off her lazy ass and do a video. You know, I love you, girl.
Lazy ass.
Lazy ass, do a video, okay? Brad was laughing because Linda and I get on the phone and he's just like, Lord Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she told me the sweetest thing today.
What's that?
She said, I almost called you earlier just because I wanted to hear the sound of your voice.
Aww.
Aww.
And did you do to her what you always do to me?
What?
Voice.
No.
That's what you always do to me.
I said, oh, that's so sweet of you.
Yep, you always do that to me. Voice.
No, I don't.
Yes,
Not
you do.
always.
Almost.
Sometimes I'm nice to you. I was nice to you just last week. I don't remember why, but I was.
I don't remember.
I cook for you. I clean for you. I take care of your pets for you. I do.
I'm not saying a word, sweetie.
I fold your underwear.
That I appreciate.
Yeah, like it makes a big difference if your underwear is wound up in a ball or not in your drawer, right?
Yeah.
You ever wonder about that? Why do we fold our underwear? Like, who's going to see if it's wrinkled or not?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, that's that's what I used to tell people that are bitching about doing laundry and stuff when they came into Dollar General. You know, I said, you know, we've got a system down that I'll haul the stuff down and I'll wash it and dry it and then I'll bring it back and you fold it because my idea of folding laundry is wadding it up and throwing it in the general direction of where it's supposed to go. You know?
Oh, yeah. And I mean, he was really bad about, he wouldn't even put it in a drawer.
Yeah.
Even when we were in Wyoming, he had dresser drawers. Everything lived on top of the dresser.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what he thought those drawers were for. Here, your stuff is in drawers because I put it away.
Yeah.
But he's a big hanger-upper. I am not a big hanger-upper. I prefer to have my stuff folded. Brad likes to hanger-upper. So you hand him his clothes and he'll hang them all up.
Yeah.
Oh, we had to get out the coats last night. People, we're getting ready. We had to get out our hoodies. That's all we have for coat. And I think you have a couple windbreakers.
Yeah.
There's wind slickers or whatever slickers.
Windbreakers.
We had to dig out the heavy stuff.
The heavy artillery.
I got out my long sleeve shirt too, because I might need it. I'm not sure yet, but I might.
Well, you know, I still have a couple of winter coats in storage. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't bring my heavy winter coat.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do anything with them, but.
And then, at the library, it's a very sad thing. I gotta tell you guys this real quick story for those of you, few people that are still here with me. The chicken. Okay, you know, our local library had chickens, right? And they had this cool A-framed chicken coop. And then they have this tunnel made out of chicken wire. It goes all over the lawn. And so the chickens could run all over and you could watch them. And the kids love to go out there and feed the chickens and stuff. Well, sad thing happened last week was evidently some stray dogs got into the chicken coop. Okay, they only thought they had one survivor, and then another chicken wandered back. So those two chickens are going to the head gal's place. I don't know what they call her, office manager, library manager, whatever, for a month to recuperate. But now you don't even know, Brad, that they took some of the eggs and they're letting some of them hatch.
Oh, really?
3 of them have babies in them.
Cool.
So, but that was very sad. Now they got to build a heavier dutier chicken coop. So that didn't happen again. But it was very sad. But yes, at our library, we have chickens. Yeah, we went there today because we just print off their 15 cents a copy for black and white. It's just cheaper than buying cartridges. Because what I hate is these new printers, the one we have, you have to buy both the color and the black and white, or the black one. You can't buy just the black one and run just black and white copies. They make it where you have to buy both. If I'd known that, I would not bought this type of printer. And we don't really have a place to set it up here in the RV anyway.
And also, we don't print enough.
We don't print enough. It dries out and stuff, so Anyway, that's all I gotta tell you guys. That's all that's going on, really. Really, Brad? Say whatever.
Whatever.
All right. Well, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much, and I think you guys are awesome. And
And
I hope you guys will leave a comment and say goodbye, Brad.
bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.